actually founded back in 1975 as a Hispanic American Council. And years later, we changed our name to the Multicultural Community Resource Center. And we actually are going through a rebranding process right now, and we're going to be identifying ourselves as the MCRC, of course, highlighting us as the Multicultural Community Resource Center. So what we do is we provide a variety of services to the refugee, immigrant, Latino population and new Americans here in Erie. We help facilitate any needs that they have socially, spiritually, being able to help identify what it is that they need as a family unit, as a single unit, and really help them prosper as new Americans. So the Multicultural Community Resource Center is really an organization that helps provide full support to Latinos, immigrants, and the new American population. We have a variety of services. So we'll start upstairs in our child care program. We do have a full-service daycare that provides services to children that are of the immigrant population. So we have a variety of staff upstairs that are from the communities in which these people live. And what we do is we help provide support to parents so that they can have a safe environment for their children to be able to go during the daytime. We also have refugee social services, and what that is we have new Americans who come into the United States, and for up to a period of 5 years, we actually can provide them support. The nonprofit sector is such an important piece of what we do in our community. With Erie being somewhat of a smaller town and the number of nonprofits, there's a lot of need in our city, and I think for us to be able to support one another, regardless of the programs or the services that we provide, is so important. As it relates to the quality of life for the people who are living in the city.
I have worked here for, it'll be 34 years in September. When I first came on board, we were the Hispanic American Council. The city had given us this building in the early 80s, and back then we primarily did interpretation for the Latino community and case management services. Then later on in the late 90s, we got the Refugee Social Services contract. And so that broadened our horizons, and we began serving people of other ethnic groups. Well, I think what we do here is very, very important. And I do think that Erie is a very welcoming city. It's a very good place to resettle refugees for a lot of different reasons. You can say what you want about the weather here in Erie, but actually I think every place in the United States has its problems with weather, if you will. And I think our community is very welcoming. It has a lot of level entry jobs available in industry where people can afford to work and support their families. The cost of living in Erie is very low. There are properties, especially in the city proper, that can be easily acquired. I think that as the refugees and immigrants buy properties around the city of Erie, I think some of the blighted areas will improve. And so I think it's good for Erie, and it is good for immigrants. MCRC is different than any other place that I've worked. We are a family here. Nobody gets rich quick in social service, so we're all here because we want to be here. And our primary motivation is to help people, and to help people assimilate into the community and be successful. And I find great purpose in that. And I think that the work that we do here is very meaningful.
I came here with my family back in 2003, in May. I came here with my mom and little sister. So the first thing, we came here as clients, and my mom joined ESL classes. I went to high school, so I was not that much involved with MCRC, but my sister was coming here during summer for daycare program. So she loved, and my mom took classes in advanced in English so quickly that in 8 months she was able to join the workforce. So case manager at that time helped her find first job, and then 3 weeks later she got a second job thanks to MCRC case managers. So since that, she worked for that company over 10 years. So we loved all of the services that we got here, immigration services as well. It was really helpful, I would say. Actually, I volunteered first at MCRC back in 2013 to do Erie free taxes. So I worked with Paul for a couple months, and it was a great experience for me. Being graduate right after the college, I wanted to see how it all works, and it was a great experience for me. Then in 2017, I applied and got a job here at MCRC as an immigration specialist. Oh, I still continue helping clients here and there whenever sometimes they even call my cell phone or reach out to me on the Facebook with questions. And I still do written translations for them whenever they need. I speak Russian and Ukrainian, so it's both languages that I do translations. So we're still getting in touch, and sometimes they just call to get the information how we can call and apply, or how can we schedule an appointment, who should we reach out. So the most important, probably providing correct information to them, how they can get services here at MCRC. And definitely I promote our company on Facebook with my friends. They all know where I work and what I do. It's probably the feeling of family. We all here work as a family, and we support each other, and the atmosphere itself is such a wonderful place to be at. Every time I come to work, knowing that a new day will bring me new challenges, but together we can overcome all of them. And the idea that we're serving community is probably the most important one, that we're helping people. Probably that we're always looking for passionate people who wants to participate in serving community, helping. So we always have some positions available, and even volunteers can join MCRC and help community.